I meant live from NAB 2019, BSWTV from Las Vegas, Nevada. Have you heard, Gary, that we're supposed to have a gigantic windstorm today?
No.
Like 50 mile per hour winds.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm staying indoors.
I know. Yeah. What's the giant tower that they have that's kind of like the Space Needle in Seattle here? I don't know.
It's the Empire State Building.
The one.
The pyramid. I mean,
it looks like a Space Needle. It's like 120 stories up. Anyway, we were up there last night, and it wasn't windy, but it was swaying. I mean, if you have any sort of vertigo issues or something, yeah, brutal.
Well, that's where they do the
bungee jumping. Yes,
right?
we saw that. Yes. We saw a few people go. No flipping way I would do that.
No, me neither. No.
Let's get to
not sober anyway.
No. Good. A lot of people looked like they were a little hammered. Yeah. Understandably. We are brought to you by Shure, legendary microphones, legacy performance. What other mic can hammer a nail? Guess
that's the only one.
I guess it is. Yeah. Sennheiser. Oh, that's bad placement there. Quality audio is their main priority. Well, they do other stuff besides microphones, of course. So when quality matters, choose Sennheiser and Audio-Technica. If it's good enough for the Olympics, it's good enough for you. Headsets, headphones, microphones. Oh my, as they say. Speaking of great products, Gary Luhrman is here from Inovonics Broadcast. And it says here, I'm reading this verbatim, a 20-year broadcast veteran. Were you on the air?
I was.
Yeah?
It didn't last too long, though.
Congratulations. Because all the successful guys are off the air.
I was having
you learned that early on?
I was having a great time, but I realized at some point that I'm really not going to get rich doing this. I'm still trying to get rich, but at least I keep food on the table.
You don't have to be a vagabond and travel from city to city.
Right.
Yeah. So,
but I got all the way to Bernie, California for Radio KAVA, Cava Country.
Cava Country.
That's how far I got, Mike.
But it's fun, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Yeah. And now you're selling cool stuff.
Yes.
Innovating some incredible equipment. You actually brought some stuff here. Oh, before I get to that, it's weird because I don't know how many interviews we've done today, but a lot of the people that do stuff like you are drummers. And you're a drummer.
Yeah, what's that all about?
A lot of guys are musicians. It's pretty cool. What kind of genre are you playing right now?
Well, I'm trying to learn to play world music, but it's a
you play like surf music and stuff too?
I do surf music, yeah, definitely.
Could you wipe out on the table here?
You really want me to?
Yeah. That's very good. You've been working on your paradiddles.
Yes, I have.
Tim Swiger, who owns this beautiful company, also a drummer. Nigel, who's sitting behind the screens here,
also
an incredible drummer. Yeah, and my son's a drummer too, so it runs in the family.
Well, I happen to be the loudest drummer in my neighborhood. I'll let you know that.
Does your family say you can't play past 8 o'clock, or else the neighbors will start calling?
I get that. Usually, I know when that happens when the dogs start howling. So.
Drums are cool, man.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You get out a lot of energy when you're drumming.
Heck yeah, drummer. All right, so let's. You brought some really cool-looking products here.
I sure did.
You guys have so much stuff. It says 20 new products since I don't know when, but in other words, you're cranking stuff out.
Yeah, we are. Since I've been working at Inovonics going on 4 years now, we've come out with 20 new products. So
wow.
It's kind of crazy.
So if I'm not an engineer type and I'm wondering what Inovonics does, in a nutshell, what kind of products are you making?
Well, we focus on 3 principal areas. We've got audio processors, RDS encoders, and monitoring equipment to make sure that the radio station's broadcasting correctly and is still on the air.
Where are you guys located?
We're in Felton, California. Yeah.
Okay.
We are the premier technology company in Felton, California.
Yeah.
So there's about 2,000 population, but we're the #1 tech company there. So
congratulations.
Thanks.
All right.
It means a lot to us.
That's something to hang your hat on. What's this cool looking little box?
Oh man. Well,
speaking of weather.
Yes.
Right?
So, oh right, yeah. So I'm bringing you a weather receiver, NOAA weather receiver. Some of our, how do you say it now? Do you say listeners or watchers or?
Oh, here?
You know, with the video on radio now, I don't know what's the term.
Look-seers?
Look-seers. Some of your look-seers out there might be familiar with our little Inomini boxes. They're a 1/3 size rack, so you can fit 3 of them in a rack. And this is a new receiver. It's called a 676, Inomini 676. It's a NOAA receiver. And what we're doing right now with these, we're replacing our older receivers with new Inomini receivers that'll be available in June. And they've got new features and some of the cool little features in them. We've got now, they have audio and digital outputs. Now they're adjustable, so you can individually adjust them. You've also got a power block here for doing any sort of alarms that you want to set up at your station. And they've got a larger LCD screen. What's really cool about this, unfortunately I can't show it here because it's not plugged in, but when there's an error or any problem with the transmission, this blinks red. So the engineer just really, he's got to know.
Somebody will notice.
He's going to see it in his
red means bad.
Yes, red. Well, red Inovonics is good.
Yeah.
Red flashing. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's this. We've got 6 of these that we're showing at our here at Inovonics.
Okay.
Sorry, at NAB. Excuse me. And this is a new family of products. It's called the Sophia. We like to give our products cool names. So
is there really a Sophia that this was named after?
Somewhere out there, there's a Sophia.
Sure.
Yes. And she knows who she is.
What does Sophia do that's so special?
Well, Sophia is, if you're familiar with our site streamer products for remote monitoring, we have some that are the smaller profile Inomini site streamers. The new Sophia is like it's kind of like a site streamer on steroids, let's put it that way. It's got a lot more horsepower, more processing power. The first one we're coming out with is an FM HD radio Sophia Site Streamer Plus, we call them. What's cool about this is that it, on your web interface, you can see the artist experience. So you can see all the album art, all the artist experience right on your web interface for monitoring.
Fantastic.
For monitoring. So basically it's a professional receiver that you, for monitoring remotely your transmitter. So you might install it at your transmitter site, and then allows you to listen to a stream. You can set up alarms and notifications, so if you lose signal or for some reason it's not transmitting correctly, the Sophia will send you an alarm by email or SMS message to let you know that something's not going quite right. It's really nice to have if you happen to be an engineer and your transmitter is 50 miles or more away. So if there's any sort of problem, you know about it in advance. And then they can pull out their smartphone and have a look at it and say, hey, well, sounds good from here.
Wow. All right, what else? I know that's all you brought, but I know that you guys are working on some other things. Can you talk about that?
I don't know if I can go into that stuff.
Is it super secret?
Super secret.
Sophia wouldn't like that.
No, Sophia would not like that. But throughout the year we'll be coming out with more Sophias.
Okay.
This one is the FM HD radio. We're going to be coming out with the FM RDS, AM, and also DAB+, which doesn't mean very much to folks here in America, but if you're in Europe, maybe they're watching from Europe, you think?
I hope so. I think the signal goes that far.
Sure. This is the internet, right?
Oh, that's right, yes. Yeah, the internet's.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The other cool thing about this is that it does have outputs. We've added a audio over IP output, Dante AES 67, which a lot of buzz about that nowadays. It has analog outputs and digital outputs as well. So, and streaming. 10 listeners can listen to a single stream simultaneously on this little baby. So Sophia, she does a lot.
She's a multitasker.
Yes, she is. Very much so. She's a multitasker.
Unlike us.
Yeah. Give me one thing to do, and I'm.
Well, you did it well today.
Oh, thank you.
Can you play us out a little bit?
Oh, sure. You want a little bit?
Yeah. More? Oh, yeah. Please go ahead. Gary Luhrman. on the table, drums. Sales and marketing manager for Inovonics.
Do you want me to play the air guitar too?
Can you? Now that's multitasking. That's talent. Talent.
Thank you. Thank you.
Inovonics.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us, Gare.
Yeah, thanks.
Have a good rest of the show. We'll see you around.
Yeah, and if you want to see some of this gear, BSW.
You know, I should have mentioned that, huh? BSWTV.com.
Come on down.
I think I even have a phone number.
Oh, 1-800-426-8434.
Call now, won't you? Operators are standing by. Thanks, Gare.
You bet, man. Thanks for inviting me.
NAB 2019 at BSWTV. We'll be back shortly with another live guest. Thanks.
Wash your hands in the water.